Have you heard of Andrew Tate before? You may have witnessed him engaging in muscle flexing, driving fast cars, or offering tough love life advice. Surprisingly, 1/3 of young men enjoy what he has to say, and that is a huge problem. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about why some men hold Andrew Tate in such high regard. So let us begin. Andrew Tate publicly supports beliefs that denigrate women and encourage aggressiveness towards them, even as he pushes positive messages about getting fit and wealthy. He has a massive fan base despite being banned from numerous social media sites. These include, but are not limited to, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. His legacy lives on thanks to the millions of views and shares of clips of him posted by his adoring supporters. He has nearly 4 million followers on Twitter. The 36-year-old is a former kickboxing champion and was born in the United States but raised in Britain. He was recently apprehended in Romania on charges of aggravated rape and trafficking in human beings. As many as 75 women were participating in Tate's webcam operation, and some have claimed that he held them captive and forced them to perform sex work. A sizable portion of his fan base continues to support him despite these charges. They say the attacks against Tate are unjustified and that he is being made into a martyr for men. When it comes to this story, Tate is the driving force. He told cameras, "The Matrix has attacked me," and tweeted about being a revolutionary in an unjust system of justice while he was being taken into custody. Tate is a small part of the greater online community called the Manosphere. Strange self-help materials sit alongside profoundly problematic views about women in this online community. Andrew Tate's popularity has exploded over the past year to the point that he now tops searches for COVID-19, Donald Trump, and Kim Kardashian combined. But along with this notoriety comes some controversy. Advocates for victims of domestic abuse say his extreme attitudes, such that women have some responsibility for rape, normalize misogynistic views in the public eye, and worry about his impact on young minds. To say that Tate's views on women are shocking would be an understatement. He has declared categorically that younger women are more appealing to him because they are more amenable to being shaped into good people in accordance with his ideals. Once a woman begins dating a man, she belongs to that man in his opinion. He also thinks women shouldn't be permitted to drive. His disturbing views extend even to the subject of violence against women. Tate emphasizes physical aggression and intimidation in a video in which he describes how he would respond if a lady attacked him with a machete. The damage had already been done, even though he claimed his statements had been misconstrued. Tate's popularity, particularly among young males, remains surprisingly strong despite all of this. 90% of adolescent boys in an Australian program called the Man Cave that encourages positive masculinity said they had heard of him. 30% of people saw him as an inspiration, and 36% could relate to him. They pointed to his frank manner and lavish lifestyle as justification, as well as his support for male causes. But many made it clear they couldn't agree with his sexist views on women. Physical fitness, business, and mental fortitude are common themes in Andrew Tate's online output, which is often where young men are introduced to him for the first time. This motivational content serves as a hook, luring readers into his more radical and frightening beliefs. One minute, Tate is dishing out advice on hustling, having a winner's mindset, and climbing the career ladder. The next thing you know, he's expressing some rather problematic views about how women should be treated. This is where the situation becomes unclear and worrying. The allure of Tate to these young guys stems from the fact that he represents everything that their culture teaches them constitutes success. Everything about him screams high life, from his chiseled figure and the attraction of cigars to his expensive outfits and trendy eyewear. Tate has created an example that many young men find attractive, since he is constantly surrounded by attractive ladies and brags about his exploits on jet skis. They've even started using Tate-isms, his personal brand of slang, to refer to him or them. One example is Top G, which means legend or alpha male. But this glorification is becoming a major problem for schools. Schools are struggling to figure out how to respond to Tate's content, which can have both a positive and negative impact on young men. Envision this. As a young man just starting out, you find yourself drawn to a video by Andrew Tate on YouTube. Titled "Fix Your Mind Motivational Speech," this video will provide you the unfiltered truths regarding wealth, success, and happiness. Tate's point is quite clear. You've got to play the cards you're dealt, he says. This straightforward, male-focused emancipation is what has won him so many devotees. In essence, he is telling the group, guys, reclaim your power. It's time to level up. Despite this new presentation, Tate's concepts are not novel. He is the 21st century analog to the classic macho male. Think of him as Tony Montana for TikTok, complete with the catchphrase, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. Women appear in his videos barely clothed and silently serve to accentuate his macho persona. Think back to the lads magazines of the 90s and 2000s. They were full of similar pictures. They didn't disappear when people finally caught on, rather they simply shifted their operations online. Tate goes further than simply objectifying women. He even uses their actions to justify his own sexism. He even resorts to a chess analogy to demonstrate his sexist worldview. It's his contention that the queen may slide over the chessboard while the king must tread water in order to move one square. If you want the good life, you've got to put in the work. A female, perhaps some lip fillers might do the trick. Tate's combination of blatant sexism and narcissism rings true with young men who are trying to make sense of the mixed social messages they receive about privilege and masculinity. In contrast to the widespread call for people to examine their privilege, Tate's message is more straightforward, albeit potentially harmful. Forget that, go get yours. It's concerning because it's a poisonous allure, appealing to individuals who are lost in the shifting norms of modern society. Andrew Tate's films on TikTok have amassed a staggering 12 billion views, and his online Hustlers University, which charges a monthly fee of £39, has attracted more than 100,000 eager signups. From the outside, it appears like he has figured out the secret to gaining clout on the internet. However, upon further inspection, one discovers a veritable stew of content, including appalling misogyny, reckless perspectives on mental health, and hidden among it all, some genuine pearls of wisdom. He features women in his videos, but they are nothing more than bitches and property, according to him. Oh, and on depression, in Tate's reality, this concept doesn't exist. I'm merely voicing what a lot of men are already thinking, Tate says. Is that really what happened? While it may be convenient to dismiss Tate's rise to internet fame by calling him a misogynist or an opportunist, all of which are descriptors that may be applied to him, this misses the point. Instead, his meteoric rise in popularity should be seen as a warning sign of a systemic problem that is disturbing the minds of millions of young men. And there can be no doubt that the masculine anxiety is genuine and pervasive. The indicators are all around us. Boys' academic performance lagging behind girls, men's wages failing to recover from the Great Recession, and fathers spending less time at home. You won't believe it, but males in their 20s now make, on average, less money than women their age. Talk about a shift in the balance of power. In 40% of all married couples, the woman is a primary breadwinner. But what will the aftermath of this seismic shift be like? Warren Farrell, author of The Boy Crisis, called the phenomenon of a million children growing up without a male figure dad deprivation. And this deprivation has a snowball effect, hurting young kids, especially boys, in many ways, including their chances of getting an education, engaging in criminal behavior, staying healthy, and finding gainful employment in the future. Rather than dismiss Tate and his divisive beliefs out of hand, we should analyze what they suggest about societal shifts and the challenges males face today. We can't afford to overlook this issue because of how many people it affects and how chaotic and difficult it is. So that is all the time we've had today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon on your way out. See you all next time.